My husband tricked me into a divorce because his little intern was pregnant. I stared at the papers in my hand, a liver cancer diagnosis and a positive pregnancy test, and finally I could breathe. The cancer was my husband's. The baby was his. Best friends. To make sure I wouldn't suspect a thing, my husband Liam had given me the house and all our savings. I looked at him, my heart swelling with a strange, sharp pity. "Aren't you worried I'll take this for real, Liam?" He gave me that gentle smile, the one that used to make my knees weak. "Then I guess I'll have to live with that." I just shook my head. "You poor stupid man." The ink on our divorce papers was barely dry when I married his best friend. Liam's disbelief was a sight to behold. "Audrey, don't you love me anymore?" I clutched my purse to my chest. "Let's not get confused. I said I'm not your wife, and I am definitely not your nurse." My husband Liam was the perfect man, thoughtful, kind, and ridiculously good to me. That didn't stop him from sleeping with Chloe, the fresh out of college intern from his office. The moment I found out, my world tilted on its axis. But Liam worked in investment banking, pulling in over 20 grand a month. He was my winning lottery ticket. I couldn't just throw him away. And then there was his best friend Leo, a trust fund kid who'd slummed it in finance for fun. He was handsome, charming, with the kind of old money politeness that felt like a weapon I had. A thing for him, a secret, stupid little crush. Being married to Liam, it was something I kept locked away. But after I found out about the affair, the lock didn't feel so strong anymore. Leo was Liam's colleague. He was the one who always brought my husband home after a client dinner went too long or a celebration got out of hand. He was also the one who told me he'd helped me get a dead drunk Liam onto our bed one night. As he was leaving, he paused at the door, his expression unreadable. "You know, Audrey," he said, his voice low and laced with something I couldn't quite name, "you should really come out to these things more often. It's hard to keep a man on a leash if you're not holding it after settling." "Liam," I rushed back. "To the living room. What is that supposed to mean? Tell me." Leo looked almost pained. He pulled out his phone and with a heavy sigh showed me a picture. Liam with his arm wrapped tight around a girl, Chloe. Her smile was pure poison. She was the same girl who'd been orbiting him since her university days. A classic office predator. Liam had always been so firm about us, so I'd never given her a second thought. I went through Liam's phone. His main account was clean, meticulously so, but he had a burner account hidden deep within a folder of useless apps. It was a digital shrine to their affair. Explicit photos, secret messages. I screen recorded everything. My first instinct was to build a magnificent PowerPoint presentation, a corporate-style takedown, and email it to his entire company. But that felt too easy, too quick, and honestly, a man who could generate that much income was an asset I wasn't ready to liquidate. That was 2 months ago. I'd been dragging my feet, marinating in my anger. In that time, Leo's attention toward me had shifted from casual concern to something much more focused. One night, he brought Liam home again, completely wasted. We managed to haul him onto the bed, and I was struggling to unbutton his shirt when I felt it, a hand warm and firm on the small of my back. A moment later, a solid chest was pressed against me. I froze, my voice a strangled whisper. "What are you doing?" Leo's arms wrapped around me. "Don't you know?" "Audrey," he murmured into my hair.